Hey, so this is just a quick video on how to get started with the basics of oil painting, color mixing, and how to actually get some practice in before you start an oil painting that involves learning how to mix color and see values and all these great sort of things. So I'm using 3 different colors. I couldn't put them in the camera because there wasn't enough space. But I'm using cadmium red, cadmium yellow, titanium white, and phthalo blue. So in the beginning it's really important, just limit yourself to 3 colors, and while doing this exercise just try to get as close as possible as you can to the colors over here, right? So basically all we're going to be using is these 3 primary colors, and we're going to be mixing all these different colors. Cool, so let's get started. I'm going to start for this orange first. I can see there's some red in it. So I add a dab of red. I know it needs to be lighter. Bring it up with some white. And the goal of this exercise is just to match each one of these colors. I just printed off these little these things from a color harmony chart. This is a little bit dark, so we'll take it up a little bit more, add a little bit more white. Yep, and that's about right. Cool, next one up. There's a tinge of red in there, but I'm going to create a second pile for your white. Don't keep adding white to this. You'll just end up making a giant pile. It's easy to raise your colors by starting a second pile of white. Good. Not bad. 2 for 2. So now we've got to clean our brush, and this is where things get a little bit tricky because we got to get rid of any of this excess color. Actually, let me just do all the yellows here. This yellow down here is a little bit lighter with a little bit of red. I'll do all my yellows first. There's almost too much red. Ah! Where's my rag? Don't let that red get away from you. Alright, get back into it. Definitely need a lot more white there. This is starting to get a little creamy there. Okay, this one is a little bit more yellow down here. Okay, not bad. And then this one we've got more orange. We can already see this color kind of down here. And we're just matching all these colors in our head as best as we can. And it's important to limit yourself just to these 3 colors so you get used to really mixing your color. Good. Now let's get into the reds. Clean my brush. You know, I don't like to do a lot of takes. I like to do these videos in one take. So, clean your brush as well as you can. A little bit of white will go a long way to infect your other colors, so try to get as much of that white off as possible if you're going to do these dark colors. So, starting with the dark colors first, I'm going to go for this kind of purple, this dark purple blue here. Let's clean this off. I have a better space to start. Alright, I'm going to start off with the blue and darken it. I have a little bit of black. I forgot to tell you about the black. I have a little bit of black. Now this is a little bit lighter just because of the paper color, I think, because it's not a very good print, but it's meant to be darker. But anyway, that's obviously way too dark. Yeah, it's getting closer. little bit darker, and we can really start seeing how important it is to match these values. This shadow is kind of messing with me. Always have more duct tape on hand. You know, it's getting close. That little shadow kind of messes with me underneath the paper there. But yeah, we'll call that a go. Next one up looks like this one here. That has a little bit more blue in it. So we'll just take the blue a little bit more there. Get that blue. Yeah, not bad. A little bit lighter. Cool. This blue here, it's going towards the black a little bit again. Definitely too dark there. This is going to be too light now. Good. I think that's getting pretty close. I have all these pieces of duct tape. Wasn't expecting to use them all, but I guess I need to. So that's pretty close. That blue's almost right on. Now we've got definitely a higher saturation blue here, so there's a lot more actual blue in this blue. So we got to start a new pile. Without this, I wipe my brush, start a new pile here. And then again, I'm not adding white to this, I'm just putting a second blob of white down. And this is almost a pure blue here. Not bad, not bad. Oops, I forgot that one, but we'll do that one later. This one's a little bit lighter here. Way too light. Good. Ooh, I forgot an orange too. Oh boy. All right, so let's get into these greens. Of course, yellow and blue make green, so we don't have to worry that much about cleaning our brush too much. I'm just gonna go straight into it. And I'm just going black. I'm actually going black and yellow for this green to begin with. Ivory black and cadmium yellow. And that gives me a less vibrant blue. Kind of takes the saturation down. Alright, so we need a little bit more blue here. That yellow is going to make it really pop more. Way too dark. This one's darker here, so let's go for this one first. This one actually is lighter still. White will kill your greens. White really can make them look chalky fast. Green is one of those weird colors where if you buy like phthalo green, you're going to see a huge difference in this color here. But again, we're limiting ourselves. What am I doing? It's way too dark. Just don't want to mess up my greens. A little bit more yellow. Let's see where we are. Still too dark. This is really a whitish, bluey green here. It's a little bit more blue than green. Better. There we go. That's about the same value, but getting that hue is difficult. I'm gonna see what happens if I just get a little bit, really push the blue in this more rather than the green. Man. Getting caught up on a green here. Things are gonna be all right. We're gonna persevere. Don't wanna. All right. Closer, closer, closer. I really can't just, I'm not able to get that same, you know, it's got a blue. Let's see what happens if I just do a little overkill here. I'm just gonna make that light blue first. Try to match the value with blue. And then add a little bit of yellow to it. See if that angle works better. I think I was tricked into thinking this had more yellow in it than it did. Ah. Just a little bit too light. There we go. Looks better on the canvas than it actually does on the camera. But I'd say that's pretty close. This one's got more yellow in it. A little bit lighter. Yeah, that's not bad. Then this one is a little bit lighter again. Just using a bit of linseed oil to help not make it so thick, but that looks pretty good. Okay, I think that's all our greens. Now we got these reds left. Blaze through this. All right, let's see how fast I can do this. Start with the darkest again because we don't want to get too much white in at first. Obviously way too intense. Just because of that paper color coming through. It's got a little bit of dirtiness in it, so I'm just going to muck up my brush a little bit. And again, I think this is actually a printing quality issue rather than the actual hue that was intended, but that's pretty close. It needs to be a little bit lighter still. Got some blue in there. Okay, I think that's not bad. And then we just go up the ladder here, make it a little bit lighter. Needs more yellow. And this is a good process just to keep doing this, because when you're painting, you're going to be doing a lot of testing colors, mixing colors on your palette. Always mix on your palette first. And then work into the canvas. There's a lot of optical illusions that occur, not to make things more complicated, but the colors around colors can make them appear different than they are. So sometimes color matching can be much more difficult than we give it credit for. This just needs a no white. This is just way lighter than I'm going here. Okay, now we gotta go darker. There. A little bit more yellow. Okay, and I think I've only got a little bit of time left. Obviously I could do this one quick. Just more orange. Orange and white. But the trick of this whole thing is just to get used to mixing these different colors and matching values. And by practicing this and just getting into the habit, I'm always mixing here, then I'm going back to my canvas, is a really elemental basic of oil painting. When you mix and blend on your canvas, it's a surefire way to kind of signal an amateurish style. So it's always best to mix on your palette first before beginning your painting. So print these out. I can link one up in the description to paintingcourse.com, and you can download some strips of color to just put on your canvas and play around with. So thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like these sort of videos, and talk to you again soon. Bye.